Good morning, children. Welcome back. So we are going to start with an Indian economic in this session. हम लोग ने 3 चैप्टर्स माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक में कंप्लीट कर लिए हैं. आई होप तुम लोग ने पूरी वर्कशीट्स कंप्लीट कर ली होंगी. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद एन इंडियन इकोनॉमिक. इंडियन इकोनॉमिक में फर्स्ट चैप्टर जो तुम्हारा है वो इंडियन इकोनॉमिक ऑन द ईव ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस. Eve of independence means what was the condition of Indians before the independence. इंडिपेंडेंस से पहले जो हमारी तीनों सेक्टर्स की जो कंडीशन थी वो पूरी इस चैप्टर में दी हुई है. एज यू ऑल नो चिल्ड्रन, आर इकोनॉमिक इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 सेक्टर्स. आप लोग को पता ही है कि हमारी इकोनॉमिक 3 सेक्टर्स में डिवाइड की गई है, प्राइमरी, सेकेंडरी और टर्शरी. तो फर्स्ट हमारा जो टॉपिक है, क्या कॉलोनियल ने कैसे एक्सप्लॉइट किया था हमारा एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर्स, इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर और सर्विस सेक्टर्स. तो जो फर्स्ट है तुम्हारा जो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर, वो इट वॉज कम्प्लीटली अंडर द जमींदारी सिस्टम. जमींदार्स वर देयर टू एक्सप्लॉइट the whole agriculture sectors. They were charging high rate of taxes from the farmers. The farmers were not allowed to become the landlords for the farms, and they were charging according to the fertility of the land. अपनी फर्टिलिटी ऑफ लैंड को देखकर वो फार्मर से हाई रेट ऑफ टैक्सेस लेते थे. इसकी वजह से हम लोग को एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर्स में जितना ग्रोथ होना चाहिए था वो हो नहीं पा रहा था. जितना भी कंट्रीब्यूशन एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर से आना चाहिए था, क्योंकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बिफोर इंडिपेंडेंस जितने लोग जो थे वो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर्स में इन्वॉल्व थे. एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर ही मेन ऑक्यूपेशन ऑफ पीपल था उस टाइम पे, पर लेकिन जितना कंट्रीब्यूशन आना चाहिए था उनसे वो आ नहीं पा रहा था. तो इसकी वजह से एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर भी पूरा एक्सप्लॉइट हो जा रहा था कॉलोनियल पीरियड में. तो तुमको समझ में आ गया होगा, बिकॉज यू हैव ऑलरेडी सीन इनटू द 10th स्टैंडर्ड ऑल्सो that what was the condition and how the zamindars are exploiting to the farmers. Then second is your industrial sectors. In the colonial period, children, the industrial sector was totally like in only the handicrafts industries were there, and handicraft industries only was demanded much by the foreigners. But what was happening, the demand, whatever the goods were there, the handicraft goods which were there, Indian handicrafts was destroyed by heavy taxes and heavy duties. They were charging high duties onto the exports, and whatever the goods we are exporting from here, they were charging the heavy duties, and because of it also the handicraft was slowly was going down. And the whatever the capital goods which we required, or whatever the machineries which we required, it was all imported from the foreign countries. And somewhere or the other the Britishers was very smart. They were not giving much of the importance to the heavy industries in India. और हमारे इंडिया में इंडस्ट्रीज जो थी, इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर्स जो था, सिर्फ हैंडीक्राफ्ट इंडस्ट्रीज थी. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज थी, लेकिन उनका कंट्रीब्यूशन बहुत कम था. हैवी इंडस्ट्रीज तो बहुत कम थी. उसके बाद हमारा आया है सर्विस सेक्टर्स. दैट इज अ कॉलोनियल एक्सप्लॉइटेड द इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड. जितना भी इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड था, बिकॉज दे वर चार्जिंग हैवी ड्यूटीज एंड फ्रॉम द इम्पोर्टिंग एंड एक्सपोर्टिंग. इम्पोर्ट के वक्त भी वो लोग हैवी ड्यूटीज चार्ज करते थे, और जितना भी टैरिफ सिस्टम था, टैरिफ मीन्स अ टैक्सेस, वॉट एवर द सिस्टम वॉज देयर ऑफ द टैरिफ, दैट वॉज वेरी हाई. So all these 3 sectors were totally destroyed or totally being exploited by the Britishers. I hope you have understood that what is the theme and what is the summary of this, isn't it? Now next topic is what is the features of Indian economic on the eve of independence. Children, somewhere or the other for 3 marks every year they are asking this. Last year also they have asked, like, what are the 3 features of Indian economic. The very first is stagnant economic. Stagnant means the income of the people is very low. The low income, when there is a low income in an economic, that is said to be as a stagnant economic. So very first feature of Indian economic before the independence was that it was a stagnant economic. Stagnant, again I'm telling you, the meaning is itself means that when there is no growth in an income, when there is no growth into the income sectors, or income which is there should be there more, but it is not much. So income was also very less. Backward economic. Our economic was very backward as compared to other countries. The countries which were there, those were importing the goods, their economic was much higher than our economic. So we were totally backward in economic. The third is the agriculture backwardness. As I've told you before, only the agriculture sectors, 70% of the people was occupied in agriculture sectors, but the contributions towards the GDP was only 50%. So that is where somewhere or the other the agriculture sector was totally destroyed. and we were totally going to be going down. Somewhere or the other, I've told you now, the industrial sectors and industrial backwardness. We were somewhere or the other backward in industrial sectors because we were having very few industries in that period. Only the handicrafts, few industries which were there, that were also run by the Britain economy. Productions was negligible. No production was there. They were not giving more of the importance to the productions. All the small scale industries were also almost run, but on the small scale, and bulk of the capital goods which were there in our country was imported from the Britain. And next your feature is, children, rampant poverty. Before the independence there was much poverty in our country, and from that period only slowly the poverty rate of our country started increasing. The poverty rate, somewhere or the other, in some books the data which are mentioned is different. So according to the books or reference book, you just go to see and see how much is the rate for the poverty, because from Britisher period only slowly we were going into the run for the poverty section. Poor infrastructure of our country was very poor. Infrastructure in what forms? In the form of transportation, in the form of electricity, in the form of the generation, in the form of the railway lines. We were very low, and railways were also introduced by them, but the railway lines were also very less, and the railway facilities which were given was also very less. Heavy dependence on import, and our Indian market was totally depending on to the imports. All the goods were imported from the foreign countries. हमारी जितनी भी इंडियन मार्केट थी वो सारी इंपोर्ट के ऊपर डिपेंड करती थी. हम लोग हमारे कंट्री में कुछ भी ज़्यादा गुड्स प्रोडक्शन नहीं कर पाते थे, क्योंकि हमारे पास, हमारी कंट्री के पास इतनी सारी इंडस्ट्रीज नहीं थी, और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा गुड्स जो थे वो फॉरेन कंट्री से हमारे कंट्री में आते थे. लिमिटेड अर्बनाइजेशन, हम लोग ने हमारी कंट्री में ही अर्बनाइजेशन को इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं दिया था, और अर्बनाइज एरिया इतनी डेवलप नहीं हुई थी जितनी आज है. इफ यू सी टुडे वी आर मोर इनटू द अर्बनाइजेशन, एंड अर्बनाइजेशन इज मोर इन आवर कंट्रीज, but in the before the independence the limited urban areas were there.